Hello, welcome to TechIt session INT 101, Close the Loop on Returnable Packaging. I am M. Saurabh Sharma, Product Owner for Returnable Packaging Solution, working in SAP from past 10 years. We will present this session along with my colleague Vani.
Hi everyone, this is Vanishri, currently working as an architect for SAP Returnable Packaging Management Solution. I will hand over to Saurabh to start the session.
Thanks. So our today's agenda will be having a sneak peek preview on Intelligent Enterprise. We will get a brief overview on SAP Returnable Packaging Management Solution. Then we will learn about intelligent matching in SAP Returnable Packaging Management, which will be followed by a short demo. Moving ahead, the graph that we see on the slide is an evolved vision of SAP towards the intelligent enterprise. We at SAP Product Engineering team supports company to become intelligent enterprises. We essentially stitch the technology and the business process together to give a significant value, which then they can leverage to become an exact intelligent enterprise. We will learn now about SAP Returnable Packaging Management. So SAP Returnable Packaging Management is a solution that helps you to manage your company's returnable assets along with your business partner assets, such as pallets, boxes, and containers. The loop of returnable packaging looks like the customer orders the component from supplier. The supplier then delivers the returnable packaging materials to customer. The customer consumes the product and then return back this returnable packaging back to the supplier. So this is how the loop closes and the returnable packaging material goes back into the loop. The returnable packaging management solution essentially helps you to manage this entire returnable packaging flows. Now, SAP offers this solution as a cloud solution, which helps you to manage, plan, and optimize your returnable packaging assets. The impact it creates it helps you to avoid the bottlenecks in packaging supplies. It helps you to optimize your returnable inventory. And icing on the cake is it helps you to integrate to multiple backend systems. Now for the today's topic about the matching. Matching is a crucial step in returnable packaging management process. It's a tedious activity for a packaging manager, where he needs to match the posting document and the inbound statements, which are thousands in number, and it takes so much time. And to optimize this, we have leveraged the machine learning algorithms, which will help him to match these documents automatically. Now I will hand over to Vani, who will explain about the intelligent matching process and will take you through the short system demo.
Thank you, Saurabh. Inbound delivery documents or the outbound delivery statements which are generated by the exchange partner needs to be matched with the delivery statements which are received from the exchange partner. These documents has to be matched because there can be a loss of material which can happen during the transit, or we might pay a rental more for the material which are not received on the location partner side. To overcome this, SAP Returnable Packaging Management Solution has provided a ML-based matching which makes the packaging manager life easier rather than comparing the documents manually from his end. This ML-based matching solution has 4 important steps. One is a preparation step, followed by the training step, then the activation, then the account matching. During the preparation step, there will be a historical data has to be created by the customers. Once the historical data is collected, the training API will be executed with this historical data, and the ML-based model generation will be triggered in the system. Once the models are generated, they will get stored in the system and displayed in the respective applications along with an accuracy. Once the model is generated, the user is provided a mechanism to activate the model he decides to choose. Once the model is activated in the system, there will be automatic matching which will be triggered and the results will be displayed in the respective applications. Now let us see how the architecture of this returnable packaging management ML solution looks like. In this architecture, we are currently representing both the customer as well as the exchange partner who will be having the returnable packaging management solution. Once the posting documents are created for a respective returnable accounts, there will be an outbound statement which will be generated by the location partner, and these outbound statements will be sent to an exchange partner. On the receiving of this outbound statements on the exchange partner side, they will send the outbound delivery documents from their end, and which will be received as an inbound statements on the customer side. Once we receive inbound statements, there will be a matching which happens in the backend which uses the ML based models which are getting generated by the training, then the matching will be triggered and the results will be displayed in the respective applications. This matching is done using the general client item matching. With this, SAP Returnable Packaging Management solution makes the packaging manager life easier rather than comparing the fields manually from his end. Now let us see the actual demo in the live system itself.
Currently, I have logged in with the user who has the authorization for business relevant apps as well as the configuration relevant apps. There are two important personas which are involved when it comes to the GLIM based matching. One is a packaging manager who is responsible for triggering the matching, and also a machine learning specialist who is responsible for training the models, also activate the models based on the accuracy level he decide to choose. Returnable packaging management solution has provided an application which can be utilized by the machine learning specialist to manage the models. Let us see how this application looks like. This application basically lists down all the models which are currently present in the system. Each model has a unique model name and also a model description. Along with that, there is also an accuracy getting displayed which is provided out of the GLIM solution. At a given point of time, one model can be active in the system. Each model has a training job status which is associated to that. These training job statuses are getting derived by the REST APIs which are getting executed on the customer side by the machine learning specialist on the different synthetic data. Once he uploads the synthetic data to the REST-based APIs and triggers the training, the models are getting generated in the backend. Also, those model informations are getting stored here with the different training job statuses. Let's go to the Launchpad again and try to understand how matching is triggered inside the RPM solution. RPM manages the matching via a jobs. There are two different jobs which are exposed out of the solution when it comes to the matching. One is a GLIM based matching, which is nothing but a ML based matching. Another one is a rule based matching. Today we will concentrate on GLIM based matching. At a given point of time, one job can be active in the system. For active job status, there is a last run rate and the time is getting displayed. Along with that, last run status is also getting displayed. If the last run status of a job is in the failure state, then there is an alert icon which is getting displayed next to that, which indicates that why the job is in the failed status. Let's quickly jump into the Launchpad again. As I mentioned earlier, there are two important documents which are considered for the matching. One is a posting document which is getting created by the location partner for a particular returnable material which is getting exchanged with the exchange partner. Also, there is an inbound statement which is getting created by the location partner itself on the exchange partner details. These two documents are getting matched by the packaging manager via a GLIM based matching. To have a consolidation view for the packaging manager, there is also an application which is provided which indicates that the different number of documents which are currently present in the system with the different matching statuses. Let's quickly see how this application looks like. This application basically provides two different views to the packaging manager. One is a graphical representation which indicates that these many number of documents which are there in the system with the different matching statuses like unmatched, partially matched as well as matched status. And also there is a list view which is displayed below which has the fields from the different documents along with the matching type as well as matching statuses. Basically, the matching type here indicates that whether the matching is done by the system or the matching is done manually. To understand the matching further, let us get into the document details. If you see here on the header level, there is an inbound transaction and the inbound statement number is getting displayed along with the returnable packaging account number which is maintained internally. Since the inbound statements are getting created out of the exchange partner details, there is a chance that the returnable account which is represented in the different name in the exchange partner side. To capture those fields, there are certain fields which are enabled on the inbound statement level to capture the partner specific details. Apart from that, there is a transaction quantity which is getting displayed, also getting used for the matching. Apart from that, there is also a visual representation which is given to the end user to have what is the transaction quantities, what are the unmatched quantities, and what are the matched quantities. Apart from that, there is also a matching status which is getting displayed on the document level, which indicates that whether the inbound statement is matched or not. Below, there are the posting documents which are getting displayed, which indicates that this is the posting document which contributes for the matching. If you see here, this posting document has a posting quantity 5, which contributes the quantity 5 to this inbound statement for the matching. That is the reason both the inbound statement as well as the posting documents are completely under the matched status. Similarity score here says that, which is generated out of the GLIM-based solution, says that all the fields which are considered for the matching are completely matched. To have a better understanding on this comparison, let's get into the comparison dialog. If you see here, these are the fields which are getting completely matched for a particular inbound statement transaction against a posting document. Apart from these fields, there are other fields which are also considered for the training by the machine learning specialist. To understand the matching further, quickly take a look into another document. If you see here, there are two different posting documents which contributes for the matching. The first posting document, which has a posting quantity 20, contributes the 20 quantity to the inbound statement matching. That is the reason this posting document is completely under a match status. Since the transaction quantity is 22 here, there will be another posting document which has a posting quantity 12, which contributes the quantity 2 out of this posting quantity 12, makes the inbound statement completely matched. Since the 10 unmatched quantities are left over in this posting document, this posting document matching status will turn into a partially matched status. If you closely see here, the similarity score here is 95%. To understand this similarity score, let's get into the comparison dialog again. If you see the comparison, there are certain fields which are not getting completely matched with a particular inbound statement transaction. That is the reason the similarity score falls at 95%. The similarity score which is getting displayed in this application is completely on the training which machine learning specialist has triggered during the model generation, and also the model which is getting activated in the system. Apart from that, there are below posting documents which has a different similarity scores, and also there are different matching statuses as well. With this, the packaging manager will be able to easily do the matching without any manual intervention, which makes the packaging manager life easier rather than comparing the field-wise comparison from his end.
These are the offerings which TechEd provides. You can attend the rest of the sessions and accelerate your career. For further informations, please contact us. Thank you.